Hello, my crafty friends. This is Lori with LM's Crafty Creations, and I have a new project to share with you. This is actually a tutorial that I've already have on my channel, so I'm going to post the link to the tutorial down below. So this video will not contain a tutorial, it's just an album share. I did add a couple of flaps to this album. I used the Cartabella Family Light tutorial that I did for the last Craftology box, which was the last tutorial that I posted. So that is the tutorial I used for this, but I did add in a couple of extra flaps, and I'll show you where I did that, because you can see that the spine on this one is a little larger. I don't have the other one over here for comparison. This is like a 2 and how big is my spine? This one's like 2 3/4, and the other one was like 2 1/8, I believe. So I have used the Graphic 45 Nature Sketchbook collection to do this album. It's been in my stash for a long time, and I thought that this was a great time to use it. And what I've done on the cover here is I've layered a piece of the patterns and solids here, and then a piece of the collection paper here, and then I took it cut apart and layered it on a couple of extra layers. And then I added this because I wanted to see the theme of the collection there. And then I have combined some red seam binding with some twine. Here I added this black ruffle. This wasn't supposed to be here originally. I got my velvet paper a little uneven, and so I had to fix that by adding the ruffle. So I always like to share my mistakes with you guys, because you know that I am not perfect and you don't have to be either. We just have to improvise. And so I did use that gorgeous Doodlebug velvet material on the spine. And then here is the back, and I did my hexagon paper here. Usually I leave little spaces in between my hexagons. This time I didn't. I just put them right up all against each other, and it came out as one solid piece, and I really like how that pattern turned out. And so I just layered a couple of papers here, and I always love to see like the collage of different papers in the collection. So inside, the book is still only 4 pages long, but there's quite a bit to see. So I stuck with the same cover pocket for this album. I wanted to do something different on the cover, but it was already so chunky that I couldn't do anything else, because I did add some booklets to this one. This was, I think this booklet is like, it holds 5 1/4 photos, 5 1/4 by 4. And then these are some smaller 3 by 4 photo mats that I've decorated up here. And then I didn't put my paper in all the spaces, because I didn't want to bulk up the album too much. Okay. So here I have just a little seam binding, the pocket, and then I have put a cut apart on the front of it. These were beautiful cut aparts, so I couldn't resist. And so there's just where I would put my photo on the back of that. This is magnetized and it opens, and here is where I added an additional flap. Here's one of them, and this flaps open, and so I just added 2 photos there, and then it opens just like it did on the other tutorial. Let me zoom out just a little bit. There we go. I've added 3 little smaller photos here. And then I did add glossy accents to most of the chipboard pieces that I put in the album. And then here I've just added some twine to the little buttons. And of course here I use the cut aparts to mat these pockets. And then I just put plain photo mats inside the pockets. So this flips, and again, this looks the same, but there is also another flap here. So first, I'll show you, this is a booklet that holds full-size photos. So we have our cut apart on the front with the gorgeous butterflies, and then this opens like this. So 2 full-size photos can fit here. Even one will fit here, and one on the back, well, wherever the back is. I guess that is the back right there, if you want to. it's just up to you. So this photo mat, if you want to do this in your albums, this is cut to 6 1/4 and you leave it at 12 inches and you just score it at 4 1/4 and 8 1/2 if you want to make this little cute photo mat booklet. So that goes in there. And then I don't think I showed you this. This was just some extra cutoffs that I had that I made into a booklet that holds a little smaller photo. And then this is magnetized and it lifts up as well. This was one that I added that was not in the original tutorial. And here is a little chipboard piece and then just 2 spaces for photos. That closes up. And again, I tried to coordinate the sides. And so you have another photo mat there. Is that beautiful cut apart. I've got a border sticker here and then another sticker here. And then this gorgeous paper. I love this dragonfly. I have a little chipboard piece here and a 4x4 photo would go here. This again flips open and I have tucked a little photo mat underneath this sticker that I glued down. And then I also had the pockets and tags in this collection. So I have a little journaling spot right here. And it's also left open if you want to tuck a photo underneath that. And it flips open again, space for 2 photos, more journaling space, and of course the photo mats in each pocket. This was a gorgeous collection to work with. Oops. Here is one of my favorite pages, the bees. I added some black seam binding. This does have a pocket, but I didn't put anything in it. Again, the chipboard piece with some twine. This is a booklet and plenty of space to journal. And again, it just opens up like this. And there's paper on the back as well. This flips open. And you have another chipboard piece and some twine and space for 2 photos. And then on the other side, I've added these little chipboard bees. And there is the photo mat. I made these match because there wasn't a bee cut apart, which I was a little disappointed about. I wish that there had been a cut apart focused on bees so that I could put it in these pages. And so this is the closest thing I found to it. So that opens up, room for a large photo there. This opens here. And again, a chipboard piece. This one has lemons on it, some twine, and this photo mat is just tucked behind there. Trying to stick to that black and yellow theme. And here again, there's another one with lemons, but this one has bees on it. And then space for 2 photos, and then of course the photos on the smaller photo mats in the pockets. Okay, turn that one. And this one is my Ladybug page. So here is, and again, there wasn't a ladybug cut apart, which I wish there was one focused on ladybugs since they had paper with ladybugs on it. But you know, that's okay. We made it work. And then another smaller booklet here. You can get a ton of photos in this album, especially with the added flaps. Here I have 3 little ladybug chipboards pieces and then a ladybug sticker. And then this one has a ladybug on it as well. And then on the other side, we have the cut apart where you could journal or just leave it plain. And then I've layered all of these little chipboard pieces here. And here, this is something that came from the pockets and tags, and I just glued it down on 2 sides. And then inside, I just have the ladybug papers. And then I did smaller photos here, and then again, the photo mats. And then on the last page, again, I didn't put anything in this pocket. And then I have a cut apart on the front of this one, and then the same style booklet. Opens up, and then you have a space for 2 photos here, little chipboard element there. And on this side, it's the same as the front cover with this booklet that I made from the offcuts from my other photo mats. And that's it for this album. So this was my Graphic 45 Nature Sketchbook album. I thought it turned out really cute. This paper is just gorgeous, so you really can't go wrong with how you decorate with this paper because it's just so beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed that. I will have a new tutorial coming out soon, I promise. I'm also working on another album using Tamra's from Country Craft Creations, her, what is it, December Daily 2020 tutorial. So the one that came out recently, and I'm using the Farmhouse, the Graphic 45 Farmhouse collection for that one. So I'll be sharing that with you soon, and I'll link her tutorial down below when I share that. And there is going to be a new tutorial coming. I just don't know exactly when it will be out, but I am working on it. So stay tuned for things to come. Thanks for watching. Bye.